Hello all, it's the old geek here, and this is my mostly weekly browse through an old magazine. In front of me I have White Dwarf, issue number 15. This is from the autumn of 1979. So this would have been around my 8th birthday, and with it being the Halloween issue, if you look, we have a werewolf on the cover. Lovely spooky tree in the background, full moon. Yeah, this is a good cover. This is very, very apt. The werewolf it's a traditional werewolf, looks ferocious. And I do like this tree. It's what you want. Halloween edition, nicely drawn cover, nice and bold, very appealing. Very good, whoever the artist is. Don't know, we'll find out. Then we've got the Barbarian, a mini board game, expanding universe traveller editions, depths of the earth, running D&D modules. Okay, let's have a look inside. Post-free mail order, being offered in 1979. Citadel Miniatures advert. You can tell a good company by the monsters it keeps. Dune, these are all board games. Magic Realm, UFO, Starship Troopers, Dune. They've got some good. They're Avalon Hill, so that's why they've got those licenses. It's Avalon Hill, UK. Okay. Gangster, Middle Sea. I don't know any of these. Fancy Games Unlimited. Never heard of them. Probably don't still exist. So I don't know these games. How to Lose Hit Points and Survive by Roger Musson. Here's a problem for you. What have the following two grouses got in common? First is my own, that little business of the strange fact that a dragon breathing 30 hit points of damage at a helpless low-level magician and ditto high-level fighter frazzles the one, but fails to kill the other. In White Dwarf 6, I queried whether gaining experience ought really to have this asbestosizing effect. It's the first time I've heard that asbestos used in that manner. The second complaint comes from a no less a person than Gary Gygax himself. His objection, expressed in White Dwarf 7, refers to the widespread and unrealistic practice of selling magic items to players. Right. So where's he going with this? Different definitions of hit points by the looks of things. Restoring hit points and constitution, striking wounds in combat, mortal wounds. Okay, so I think he's trying to work out a different wound system, apparently based on constitution and loss of constitution points. Fair enough, but here's the thing. It's meant to simulate your ability to avoid the blows as well as withstand them. So that dragon breathing fire at the first level character, the adventurer's not just going to stand there and take it. Well, maybe the first level magic user is, because he doesn't know any better and gets burnt to a crisp. The higher level fighter will have learnt to get low to the floor, or get his shield up in front of his face, or will have learnt the signs that a dragon is about to breathe fire and be able to take cover. And that's what hit points simulate as well, as a bit of luck as well. So it's assuming hit points is always physical damage. And so many people do that, and it's wrong, isn't it? It's wrong. It simulates your luck and your ability to predict things happening and your skill at avoiding the damage and so on. So, no need for it. No need for it. Expanding Universe by Andy Slack. Okay, Traveller, more Traveller, and some formulae. More Traveller. It's a big Traveller section. The Barbarian by Ian Livingstone. Okay, this is looks like it's a board game, isn't it? Okay, is there? Oh, there's the board. Mountains, swamps, forest, steppes, hills, road, desert. Okay, and that looks like it's wound charts, barbarian wound record charts. So it's just a simple board game. So we've already had the snits things in Dragon, but now it looks like we've got White Dwarf doing the same sort of thing. Did any of you ever play this board game? It's cut out and copy game. I mean, never. You'd photocopy it, wouldn't you? You'd photocopy it and stick it to cardboard. But anyway, I haven't played it. Descent into the Depths of the Earth, running the new TSR-D modules by Don Turnbull. I wonder how many of those who have purchased the new TSR dungeon modules will actually run them. I say this not accusing my fellow dungeon masters of faint-heartedness, but because the modules are admittedly only suitable for a group of high-level characters, such as DMs who run Gygax campaigns. Hardly likely to have available among their regular players, and because anyone looking into the modules will quickly realise they were not capable of being tackled in a single evening, or even a succession of evenings. Yeah, they're big. It was always a little bit odd that AD&D's first module series pretty much began at level 8 with Against the Giants. Hill Giant Chief was for level 8 to 10, from what I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. But then they followed up with the Ds. What came next? I know there were some B modules, but it wasn't Village of Homlet the first proper low-level adventure. And they had come out with 6 high-level adventures, the G and the D series, before these low-level ones appeared. Which, yeah, it does seem odd. I don't know why. I don't know the logic behind it. Apart from the fact that they were material that was used at conventions and were thus adapted, like a lot of early modules. So maybe they were just there. I don't know. I would have thought it would have been sensible to start off with some low-level stuff, but maybe they were leaving that for basic. And because, if you think about it, AD&D and basic D&D were very, very interchangeable. So you could quite easily play an AD&D game in Search of the Unknown or The Keep on the Borderlands. It wasn't difficult. Anywho, let's move along. Open box, Ice War, Black Hole, King Arthur's Knights by the Chaosium. On the whole, the game is simple to understand. The rules are printed clearly in easy to read steps in a 16-page booklet. The only drawbacks are no dice or reasonable counters are provided, and the combat system depends too much on luck for a good result. For £7.50, yeah, you would expect a set of dice and counters, really, wouldn't you? Back in those days, given that's the equivalent of about 30, 40 quid now. So, fair criticism, sounds like. Traveller's Aids from Judges Guild. Traveller Screen, Traveller Logbook. Oh, they like the Traveller Logbook, don't like starships and spacecraft. Animal Encounters, that's Traveller as well. A lot of Traveller in this issue. Looks like Traveller is becoming popular. 1979. Star Wars was 77. Empire Strikes Back? Don't know. Determining Height and Weight. This, of course, was in AD&D. Is there any need for it to be redone? I mean, yes, you could get some extremes of using the AD&D method, and maybe the dice chosen for the variations weren't ideal. But this appears to be using Constitution and Strength to determine your height and weight. Here's the thing. I'm really short. I'm also fairly strong. Okay, my constitution's not that great nowadays, but it wasn't bad. I don't know. There is a correlation. No, there is a correlation to height and weight and constitution and strength. There is a very much big guys. Look at World's Strongest Man. Big guys tend to be stronger. I wouldn't say they necessarily have better constitutions. That's dubious. Marathon runners are typically very slight. Anyhow, let's move on. Let's not chunter too much about that. Energy drainers. Having them drain strength and con rather than experience levels. This is in a lot of modern D&D, undead have been nerfed, and there is something missing. I remember the days when I was terrified of the thought that the DM might have even considered having a wight in the adventure. There might be a wight in there. No, can't go in there. Undead was scary. Now, are these permanent drops to strength and con? I don't know. Point loss should not be permanent, though the points regained should be in ratio with the new experience levels gained. So it comes back with experience levels. No, I don't like this system at all. Do not. If you hit a player's strength and con, it's the fighters who are going to suffer more. Much, much more. Simple as that. Simple as that. Don't like it. Who goes to sleep? The lowest hit dice creatures do. New magic items. Duckarand. Oh, this is the Fiend Factory. Heat monster. Dragon dog. Pebble gnome. Russian doll monster. That's interesting. Time freezer. Yeah. Okay. Right. And there we go. Just 28 pages. Just 28 pages. And you know what? It felt like fewer. I don't think that's a good edition of White Dwarf. Obviously, I might be biased because a lot of it was Traveller. It might have been good Traveller stuff. But I didn't feel the need. D&D articles didn't make me go, wow. The new monsters didn't make me go, wow. And there would have been a lot I'd have flicked through and been quite disappointed. Where's the... there's no index page, is there? Look, no index page. 32 pages. Have an index page. Maybe they're short of adverts. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the board games. I know some of you will have liked the board games that were in these magazines. I'd have probably given it a try, but I don't know. Feels like it was weak, which is a shame, because apart from that thing about level drain, A Halloween issue should have been an opportunity. Where's a horror scenario? Where's a crypt scenario? Where are necromancers? Talk about lycanthropy. These sort of things should have been in a Halloween issue. And we got a short bit about alternative use for level drain. No, I'm not all that impressed, White Dwarf. You've had a couple of good issues, but that one's a bit meh. And you've got Dragon doing really, really well right now. Dragon is going from strength to strength. Hopefully White Dwarf can bounce back. Nice cover, showing about the contents. See ya.